Take 4. I've done this 4 times. Good thing I didn't get all the way through the other ones. This one, hopefully I will. Who knows? Hi guys, welcome to Educating Shanny. I'm Shanny and I'm recovering from an eating disorder. Hi Shanny, hi, and welcome to Ask Shanny, where every Tuesday I answer your questions. Today we're going to be doing another unedited Ask Shanny video. I'm really sorry for those of you that hate those, but you're welcome for those of you that love those. And a lot of you seem to love them, which is really great because I love them. Sometimes it's nice to just like not have to plan a video. I mean, I love what I'm doing, but like sometimes it's fun for me to look forward, especially the last few weeks that I've been doing these unedited videos, just to look forward to just being chill about it and relaxing and not planning anything, just kind of looking for questions and reading them and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know, like it's really relaxing for me. And so if you don't like that, you don't have to watch, that's totally fine. But for those of you who are going to stay, hello, and let's get started with your questions. Oh wait, I have some announcements, hold on. Crap, what were they? Oh, that's right, okay. So the first thing I want to say is that if you want me to answer your question, or to maybe answer it, leave it in the comments of this video and do that every week. So today I am getting my questions from last Tuesday's Ask Shanny, and the next Tuesday I'll get it from today's Ask Shanny. So leave it, even if you've already asked me again and I didn't answer it, or even if you already asked me and I didn't answer it, leave it again in these questions and hopefully I'll get to it eventually, and keep leaving it until I get to it, and I will get to it. But that's where I get my questions from. What is with the snot coming out of my body? My mom. Forget the burping. My mom, because I did a video last week where I did that, I hawked up a huge loogie. I didn't show me spitting it out, but I did show me hawking it up. I couldn't help it. It happens. And she was so mad. She's like, I couldn't even watch the rest of the video. I was like, Mom, that was a really good video. That was one of the Positivity Week videos. But whatever. Anyways. Okay, so, and then the other announcement, I'm going to make you wait until the end of the video for that one because I'm really mean like that and because I want to. So if you don't want to watch the whole video to get to it, I suppose you could fast forward, but why would you want to? Why wouldn't you want to look at this lovely face for the next 20 or 30 minutes, however long I do these? Okay, so let's get started with your questions. Something about you makes me feel like a dangerous woman. Something about you makes me want to do things that I shouldn't. Something about. What was that? That was really pretty. You're welcome. You know what? I want to say this has nothing to do with me, but Ariana Grande is a freaking talented girl. Like, there are so many artists out there who are not, no offense, like I'm not a singer. I have no room to judge, but you know those actresses out there that will like put out an album even though they don't really sing, but because they're already such a famous actress, that's why they have an album. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be mean, and so I'm not going to say who it is, but I'm sure you've come across it. But whereas Ariana, judge her if you will, I know she gets judged for being slutty and skanky and too sexual and all of those things, but I have a feeling that that's not really who she is. I have a feeling that's what Hollywood has turned her into. That's what our society has turned her into, which is unfortunate that that is what sells these days, which is stupid. It's really stupid because it would be awesome if she could just sell her music how it is. But it's the world that we live in. But anyway, she is an incredibly talented girl. Like, just listen to her sing. Go YouTube her. Go YouTube that song Dangerous Woman a cappella, Ariana Grande, and she does it with no music, no filters, no editing, nothing. Like, she just does it raw, and it's like amazing. She doesn't even go off tune even once. I have a perfect ear. I can hear perfectly. I can't sing perfectly, but I can hear on tune perfectly, and she's like insane. So say what you will about her, but she actually has mad, mad talent, like really. Okay, Eliza Nicolau. Shanny, you are amazing. Thank you. I love how honest you are at your videos. Thank you. I'm so glad you are doing better, but I'm afraid to tell you because it triggers me a lot when someone says to me that I am doing better, so I end up doing worse. So question for you, do you ever feel sad when anyone says anything good to you? Like a sad feeling for not being able to agree with them or for wrongfully thinking they are lying to make you feel better? I don't lie, by the way. You are amazing, and I love you, and I love the fact that you are doing better. Thank you. I love you, too. I totally know what you're talking about. I do. Hold on. Don't judge me. Did I say this already? It might have been the other one that I cut out. Well, I'll say it again. Do not judge me for drinking soda. Do not judge me for drinking juice in my videos, okay? Number one, I'm hypoglycemic, and I have to have sugar every 2 hours. Number two, at least I'm freaking drinking and keeping down something. I have an eating disorder, so any food is good food for me. Any liquid is good liquid. I mean, I know it's not good liquid, but it's better than absolutely nothing. So just shh. Anyway, what was the question? Oh, do you ever feel sad? Okay, so when people tell me, I think I know what you're talking about. Like, this can go one of two ways. The first thing is that, like, I'm always hesitant on what to say to my friends who have an eating disorder who are trying to gain weight. Like, I have a really good friend on YouTube, Tommy. Go check him out. I'm going to put his channel in the description below because he's amazing, you guys. And you don't see a lot of men that struggle with eating disorders, and I love what he's doing, and he's just adorable. And I can't breathe today. Hold on. I think my bra is too tight. You needed to know that. Anyway, Tommy's awesome. He's this Scottish. Is he Scottish? Yeah, I think he's Scottish. And his accent is so freaking adorable. And he's adorable, and I've talked about him many times. But go check out his channel because he is recovering from anorexia, and he lost a lot of weight, and he's trying to gain the weight. And I know that that's hard for him, but at the same time, it's healthy for him, obviously, and he knows that, and he talks about this. He talks about the struggles. And so I think that's one of the things you're talking about, because I don't know what to say to him. Like, I'm worried that if I tell him, oh, you're looking healthier, or, oh, you're looking this, like in an eating disorder brain, looking healthy means you're looking full, you're looking filled out, you're looking not skinny, not skeletal, not all the things that our minds train us that we should look like. Healthy in our minds means that we have meat on our bones, and unfortunately we don't give a crap about being unhealthy when it comes to our eating disorders, because our eating disorders often win, and we would rather be sick as a dog and dying and be thin than to be healthy and at a weight that we perceive as overweight, even though it's not. That's how our brains are trained. And so I never know what to say, but luckily, like with Tommy, luckily he knows that I've struggled my whole life with eating disorders too. And so he knows that coming from me, like he knows that I know that. And so I'm allowed to say that to him. But what about all the other people out there that don't know that about him, or that aren't struggling just like I am, or like he is? Like, it's a touchy subject, and it's really hard to know what to say to somebody. Like I talked about this a while ago about how when people would come up and tell me that I look really good because I've lost weight, because I lost a bunch of weight last year, and people would come up to me like, oh, you look so good, and that triggered my eating disorder more, because in my mind I was like, oh, well, they obviously agree that I look good, and so I should keep on going, you know what I mean? But then again, if they didn't say anything, then my mind would be like, okay, well, maybe the mirror is right, because the scale is telling me that I lost weight, but the mirror isn't. And so I often depend on other people's opinions to tell me. And then if they don't, then I'm like, what? Because ever since I made that video that I don't remember when it was a long time ago, I mentioned how that's triggering to come up to somebody with an eating disorder and tell them that they lost weight. And since I made that video, thank goodness, my friends and family have not said a word about my weight, which is awesome. But my eating disorder is like, okay, maybe that means that you are as fat as you think you are and as ugly as you think you are because nobody's saying anything. So it's really like, how do you win? You don't. And that's what sucks about eating disorders. You just have to use your own judgment in the situation. It's usually circumstantial, and you can figure out how to say things with love and things like that. But anyway, what was your actual question? Do you ever feel sad when anyone else says anything good for you? So for me, I'm getting better though. And so like I'm healing in my brain. And so I'm okay now if, that's it. Sorry, Mom. What was I talking about? Oh, so like my mind is starting to heal now, and I'm starting to like, I'm okay now. Like I used to be so triggerable. I used to be so on edge all the time. Like any one little comment, no matter if it was good or bad, would trigger my eating disorder. But now I'm getting a lot better. So that answers that question. I'm getting a lot better at that. It doesn't really bother me anymore because I've done the work on myself to figure out why those things bothered me in the past. And now I know that it's really not real. It's not a real reason. It's just my disease, and it's not me. It's not my heart. And so I'm trying to learn to lead my whole life and listen to people with my heart instead of my head, especially my eating disorder head. Do you feel sad for not being able to agree with them? I used to, but now I'm starting to agree with them. Like I literally, like I've talked about this before, I absolutely hated myself a year or two ago. Like I wanted to kill myself again, and I never even liked myself at all. But now when people say nice things to me or whatever, I say thank you instead of no. Like before they'd be like, oh, you look so pretty. I'm like, shut up, you're blind, obviously. But now I'm like, thank you, I appreciate that, you know, because I'm really starting to believe it. I really am. And that's an amazing feeling. Okay, I don't know if I answered that, but let's move on because that was a really long one. Sorry. Claudia Cursa Makers, my friend, who always asks good questions. I always answer your question. You ask good ones. Are you making money with your YouTube channel? I don't really know how that works. I don't either. I'm trying to figure it out. Right now I'm not. No, I have not yet. I don't know how this works, you guys. Like I've been trying to figure it out. I heard one time that for every 1,000,000 views you get, you end up getting like around $2,000 or something like that. So I'm about to hit 1,000,000 views. So I could have made $2,000 had I signed up, but I didn't sign up. I'm in the process of signing up right now. We just have to link it to my bank account. So from here on out, I'll get paid, but it's not very much. It took me a year to get that many views. So $2,000 a year isn't very much. The real money actually comes from ads. You know, like when you get an ad on the beginning of a video and you usually skip it, that ad, that whoever that is pays me money to advertise on my channel. And then if you click on that advertisement, then I make even more money. But nobody does. We all skip it, let's be honest. Who clicks on those, really? I don't know. I mean, I would love it if you did, but don't feel like you have to. And then the other way that I'm going to make money, because here's the thing, I didn't start out doing this wanting to make money. This was not about money for me at all. It was completely the opposite. I want to help as many people as I can out there. I want to bring awareness to people. I want to warn, especially young people, what can happen and what it can do to your life if you have an eating disorder, and try and prevent them from going too deep into it like I did. That's what my channel is about. However, the time and energy that I'm putting into my channel, it's like I might as well get paid for it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to be selfish or anything, but it's like I might as well, because I can't work. I can't, like, this is my job now. And so I might as well get paid. And it took me a while to be okay with that. Like it took Danny a good 3 months to convince me to sign up to get paid, because I felt bad. I don't know, I just feel bad. But then I was like, well, wait a minute. I am spending so much time in this and so much energy on this, and I can do both. I can help people still, and I can make a little bit of money, even if it's just a little bit. Like my parents can't, they can, but my parents deserve to have their entire house back. Like like I would love it. It would be my dream someday if I made enough money for us to. Are you coming in or? I was telling them about how the money situation, how this isn't about me making money, but if I happen to do that along the way, then by all means, why not? So besides the ads and besides the views, the other thing, and this is, well, should I announce it right now? Now I'm going to announce it. So the other way to make money is to sell merchandise, and that's something I'm going to be doing this year, and I'm really excited. I just told them. I was supposed to tell you in my year review video, but what do you want? What are you doing?
I'm going to lay down.
Oh. This isn't going to be edited, so...
Oh, rock on.
Do you have anything else to say, or...?
No, I guess not. You guys rock.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, anytime.
Okay. So anyway, love you. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to be selling merchandise really soon, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. I guess I'll save that but I'll just give you generally that that's coming, and I'm really excited about it, and I think that my merchandise will have a purpose as well, to spread a really positive message. So I'm really excited about that. So anyway, that's all I know about it so far. I don't even know if that money thing is right on the views. I don't know. I'm not completely signed up yet, but I almost am, so I don't know. But like those YouTubers that have like 1 million views a week, I mean, they make a good living, obviously. That's what, $8,000 a month? How many, 8 times 12 months? How much is that? Oh, good heavens. 96, is that right? Moving on. Something about you makes me feel like dangerous woman. Something about. For those of you who have not seen my unedited Q&As, I sing while I find videos, so I apologize, and you're welcome. Something about you. What else can I sing? Okay, this is a good one. Lily Vorfeed says, "Hey Shani, I know you have anxiety." Yes, I do. "I was wondering if your eating disorder gets worse when your anxiety gets worse, or the other way around, or does it not affect it at all? I was just wondering because I'm a former anorexic with pretty severe GAD, which is general anxiety disorder, and I know my anxiety stunted my recovery often." Yeah, I guess it depends. Like, I'm so sorry, by the way, that you're going through that. Like, anxiety sucks, you guys. Like, it's kind of, I don't know, I feel like there's not enough attention on it, just like there's not enough attention on eating disorders and other mental health issues, because nobody dares to talk about it openly. That's like that's what I'm doing here. Like, why can we not just talk about this like it's a cold? You go to the doctor when you have a cold and get a prescription. Why can't we just openly be like, "Oh, I have anxiety, I have depression, I have an eating disorder, I am bipolar"? Like, why can we not just talk about these things as if they're an illness? Because that's what they are. So what was your question? Oh, so does it affect, yeah, my anxiety triggers my eating disorder, but I don't think my eating disorder triggers my anxiety, because unfortunately, my eating disorder calms my anxiety for now. Remember, I'm still in the process. Don't take that as a tip. Don't take that as advice. I'm just being honest where I am right now. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Valia Moretti. Hi, Shani. Hi. You're incredibly amazing. Oh, thank you. So are you. So how does someone who has OCD can recognize an eating disorder? I mean, all the control thing exists in both eating disorders and OCD. So how can I understand if I have a specific eating disorder or just OCD attacks? Well, obsessive compulsive disorder comes out in so many different ways. I don't think I have even made a video on this yet, but I used to have really bad OCD. Like, I washed and sanitized my hands hundreds of times a day. I'm not really scarred anymore. I used to have I'm kind of am. You can't tell right here, but from here throughout my entire hands used to be like cracking and bleeding and purple, and like after a while my skin just kind of stayed that burned color because I sanitized my hands so often. I couldn't have anything on my bed unless it was sanitized. So like even when I ate a banana in bed, or even when I ate beef jerky in bed, I would have to sanitize the bag, or I would have to sanitize the peel of the banana, because that's how, I don't know why, I don't, and it had, and like I don't know why. Well, that's a whole nother story. But anyway, now my OCD is almost completely gone. Like it can happen. You can get rid of it. Trust me. However, who am I to judge what you're going through? I know that there are cases of OCD that are so horrendous that none of us can understand unless we've been through it. And I feel so bad for those people where it just completely controls their lives. But what was your actual question? How can I understand if it's an eating disorder? Okay, well, an eating disorder is different from OCD. Obsessive, yes, it's all about control, but both of these things I believe are about control. But eating disorders, you would know if you have an eating disorder because of the behavior. Eating disorders come with a behavior. Even though, oh, that's actually, that makes me think more now, because you can also not do eating disorder behaviors but still have eating disorder thoughts. That's a good question. So how can I understand if I have a specific eating disorder or just OCD attacks? I guess it would depend on what you do when you have an OCD attack. Do you do eating disorder behaviors when you have an OCD attack? Because that might be an eating disorder. I don't know. I don't know. Tell me below if you're still here with me. Tell me that. What you think. I don't know. Someone else help me here. I don't know. I don't have all the answers, you guys. I'm really smart, but I don't know everything. Please do a hair tutorial. Why, you guys? It's so dry and dead. But you guys have been begging me. Oh, with the money thing, that's another thing, by the way. I totally forgot to talk to you about that. So another way to make money on YouTube is to get sponsors and to have people sponsor your videos. And so I was thinking about calling Pantene Pro V, because that's actually what I use. I've used it for years, and I could call them and be like, listen, I don't have like 1 million followers, but I do have 10,000 plus and I get comments every single day, 10 or 20 comments a day. What do you use in your hair? What do you do for your, well, not right now, it looks terrible right now, but what do you do for your hair? Why does it look so good? So I can ask them, if you want to sponsor me, then I'll talk about your product, because I'm also against like talking about something that I don't use. It would have to be something that I actually use and love and that I agree with. Like, I'm not just going to do any sponsorships, like, unless it's something that I've actually used. So anyway, that's another way to make money too. But so we're trying to think of different sponsors I could reach out to. Edelweiss, that was not good. Every morning you greet me. Where are the questions, people? Good heavens, I've only answered like 3 and it's already 23 minutes. I'm so sorry, I'm such a rambler. What should I sing so you don't get bored? MRK, do you think women can be pastors? I think yes. I don't know. I don't know anything about pastors. We don't have that in my church. But wasn't the chick on Seventh Heaven a pastor? Like the pastor dad on Seventh Heaven, and then the daughter became a pastor? And, you know, TV shows don't lie, so. Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, married. Once I was something years old. I don't know that song. Why am I singing it? Because my nieces and nephews sing it constantly. Okay, well, I don't know what else to sing. Okay, Haley Denise says, please answer. Okay. Did you ever tell anyone about your eating disorder before you became really open with it? Or did you ever hint to someone that something was happening without fully saying it? P.S. Love your videos. They've helped me so much. Thank you, sweetie. I love you too. I told like the people that were closest to me, and obviously my mom knew after a while. She didn't know when I was a kid. I didn't even know when I was a kid that I had an eating disorder, like before my bulimia started. I got binge eating disorder at 5 years old, and I had it until 13 years old, and then it turned into bulimia. But I didn't know it was an eating disorder. I don't even think my mom would have known. I don't think anybody knew, and that's why, again, I'm trying to educate the world to try and prevent it from happening to your kids. But after I was bulimic, yeah, I became bulimic right after my parents' divorce, I think. And my mom had a really hard time with the divorce. My dad did too. Everybody did in their own ways. And I remember going to stay with my aunt and my cousins, my aunt and uncle and my cousins, who I love so much, so much. They just really took me in when I needed it and gave my mom the break that she needed to get through her divorce. And they were really wonderful. And so my aunt did know about it. She knew a lot about eating disorders, and so she offered to take me in and try and help me with it and stuff. And that's also when I started cutting. And I remember when I first started cutting, I absolutely did it to get attention. And so I would like cut my arms and then like bandage them up and go to school knowing that my friends would be like, what happened to your arm? Then I would just be like the dramatic child that I was like, it's nothing, I don't want to talk about it. It was just the cats scratched me. And I'm not like trying to make fun of people, because I did that myself, so I can make fun of it. But really, that's what it was at first. But then it became addicting so fast, and yeah, it was horrible. And then with my eating disorder, it was kind of the same situation at first with the bulimia. I did tell a few people, I told a few friends, but it wasn't until I didn't come like fully out with it. I remember like probably 7 years ago, I remember thinking to myself, like my whole family was over here visiting, and we were over here, this is grandma's house where we live, and everyone was upstairs. And I remember that I had tried not binging and purging for 2 weeks. I tried keeping 3 meals down a day, healthy meals, blah, blah, blah. And I lost weight from doing that because my body grasped onto that concept very quickly, because I'd never done it, I guess. I don't know. And I know what you're thinking, like, well, why don't you just stop then? Because you'll lose weight, and I know. But again, that's not what it's about for me. So anyway, I lost some weight by doing that. And so my family has always been very open about talking about each other's... Stay. Talking about each other's looks. And so I knew that I was going to get comments like, oh, you look so good, you've lost weight, you look so good, blah, blah, blah. And so I thought to myself, should I like just say something and see what happens? And so I went up there, and my brother-in-law, 2 of my brothers-in-law, and my stepdad, and there were a few other adult women there too. And my brother-in-law was like, hey, you look good, are you losing weight? And I'm like, yeah, because I stopped my bulimia. And he was like, and the whole room just stopped, and I just remember everyone paused, and it was really awkward. But then my brother-in-law was like, well, good for you. That's awesome. And I remember being like, that's really cool. Like, if we could all just talk about it like that, how powerful would that be? Knowing that your entire family is behind you, knowing that your friends are behind you, because they would be. I can't imagine a family member or a friend shaming you for it or making you feel like shit because of it. Sorry. But seriously, sorry, Angela. My sister hates when I swear on videos. Just don't watch these ones then. I swear in the Q&As all the time. There's your hint. What was I talking about? Oh, like it just would be really awesome. I think it would be really healing for all of us. So I kind of just forced it on them, which I probably shouldn't have done, but it worked. And then since then, if I bring it up, it's not as much as a shock, you know? Like, I'll bring up things once in a while, like, I'm trying to do this better and I'm trying to do that better. Like, tonight, I was talking to my sister and my brother-in-law and my dad. We visited with my dad tonight. It was really nice for his birthday. We sang happy birthday and ate some cake with him and stuff, and it was really nice. I'll talk about that later. But, and we were talking about how we are going to Lake Powell in a few weeks here, because that's what our family does every summer. And Lake Powell is a lake in, is it in Utah, in Arizona? I don't know, somewhere around there. I don't know. I think it's in Arizona. But my stepdad has a houseboat and wave runners and stuff, so we go there every year, stay for 2 weeks, and it's really, really fun. So we were talking about doing that, and they were talking about how I should come down a few days before Danny does. And I flat out got brave enough, and I was like, okay, but if I'm going to do that, I need you guys to talk to Danny and ask what to do when I have a scary moment. And they're like, what's a scary moment? And I was like, well, I don't know. I don't know exactly what it is, but what happens is that when I have an anxiety attack or a depression attack or something where all I want to do is cut or kill myself or do something horrible to myself, or I just don't want to live, I don't want to be here, I feel worthless, I feel hopeless, like those moments, I have practiced over the years and gotten better at just, if I can at least go up to Danny, if he's sleeping or wherever he is, but usually he's sleeping when it happens, if I can just go put my hand on his shoulder and he wakes up, he knows what face I make. He knows, like, I don't have to say anything. He knows when I'm having an attack. He knows when something's wrong, and he knows to grab me, make me breathe, help me calm down, help me breathe, and then he'll say a prayer, and sometimes he'll give me a blessing. And it's wonderful, and he knows because it's happened so many hundreds of times throughout our marriage. And so I bluntly said that. I was like, listen, I get really bad anxiety attacks. I get really bad depression attacks, and sometimes I'm not capable of asking for help, but I need it, and Danny knows when I need it, even though I don't say it. So anyway, so that might sound so stupid to some of you, but for me, that was a big step, to be like, to trust somebody else to bring me out of my attacks when they happen, because it's scary when it happens. I become somebody else. I'm not myself. A therapist, I've talked about this before, that I used to hear voices, and I used to you know, see people, and it just was, I don't know what she called it, but it wasn't schizophrenia. It was some sort of like paranoid psychosis, no, psychiatism, I don't know, but it was like right below schizophrenia. I don't know, because it only happened once in a while. So anyway, so I just wanted them to know that if I'm going to go, I need to have somebody there that knows what to do if that happens, because I don't want to like jump off the houseboat in the middle of the night and drown myself, like my head tells me to do sometimes. So anyway, I was really proud of that. Okay, this is really long. I'll end it. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry we didn't get very many questions in. I'm just rambly today, but anyway, I hope you guys like this episode of Ask Shanny. Please leave your questions below in this video, and I will answer them, or I will try to answer them on next week's Ask Shanny. And then my other announcement that I wanted to say is that Thursdays, I'm going to start posting another video. So now you're going to get a video Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And Thursday is going to be whatever the crap I want to do day. If I want to do a fun video, if I want to do a serious video, if I want to do a Q&A, if I want to do a topic video, whatever I want to do, you're going to be getting an extra video every Thursday. So Tuesday through Friday now, for sure, you will be getting videos. And then I'm gonna keep trying to do like other random ones as well, though, because I think I want to, and it helps me. So anyway, so that's the announcement. I know it's not huge, but it's something. So you're gonna have to put up with one more day a week of Shanny. You're welcome. And so if you ever have any suggestions of what you want me to do, I want to do any type of videos that you guys would like. Do you want me to do story times? Do you want me to do crafts? Do you want me to do DIYs? What do you want me to do? Tell me. And I'll basically just see what I feel like doing, but I will take your suggestions and think about them. So, okay, that's all. So I will see you tomorrow for another video. I might do another Q&A video because there's so many questions here that I didn't realize that I took so freaking long to get to. So I might do that again. I don't know. Tell me in the comments below. Should I do another Q&A tomorrow? What do you think? I don't know. Okay, I love you guys. Have a good day. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And please always come back to my channel. I make videos Tuesday through Friday now, and I love you guys, and I appreciate your support. You are what keeps me going. Your comments are what keep me going, and your support is what keeps me going. So thank you. I love you guys. You are beautiful. You are worth it. And I am too. Thanks for watching. Bye.